for me, goals are a little bit limiting. And as much as I love them, and I love being creative, and I love trying new things, and there's a sense of adventure in me, I feel like I'm a little bit limited by that. And so it was interesting because the other day I looked up the word goal. I was just curious. I'm very curious about the origin of words. And the origin of the word goal comes from Greek, and it means limit or boundary. What? How could it be a limit or a boundary? It's a goal. It's supposed to drive us, right? It's supposed to take us where we want to go. It's supposed to change our lives. That's the point of it. How could it be a limit? How could it hold us back? That doesn't make any sense. I don't get that. And so I started thinking about that. And when I thought about that, I was like, oh, I get it. The value of the goal is that it acts like a spy for the unconscious. It's actually a treasure map back to the juicy and delicious stuff that's going to open up your whole future. What's amazing about goals is they will tell you. They will actually, what they do is they trigger the internal feelings that you have. They trigger that sense inside of you like, I don't know if I can do that. I'm nervous. I'm worried. And what happens even worse, or even better actually, is when you're in that stressful state causes that emotion to elevate. And so when you're in that stressful state, I love it. It's time to celebrate. Because when you're in that stressful state and you're like, oh, I'm stressed. I don't know what's going on. Why can't I do this? Why can't I figure it out? I'm so dumb. I'm so stupid. I'm not good enough. I'm never going to figure this out. That's the juicy, delicious stuff right there. It's bubbling up to the surface. You know why? Because if you listen to what you're saying to yourself, that's what you get to handle. That's the stuff that's in your way. That's not the goal. Is not the thing. We listen to authors and speakers and coaches, and they say, you need to have a bigger why. You have to get excited when you write your goal. Write your goal in enthusiastic, exciting language. You need to make sure that when you start your goal that you amp up the energy. And I'm on board with all those schools of thought. Every one of those schools of thought is true. However, I'm not wholeheartedly bought into them. Think about going hiking. You have two options. Option number one, it's a day hike, quick 4 or 5 hours, okay? Option number one is a great day pack. Got a little water in there, you got some granola or whatever snacks that you prefer, maybe a small first aid kit, maybe a survival book in there, sunglasses, sunscreen, whatever you take on a hike. So for me, when I hike and I'm on somebody's back, I'm just witnessing and experiencing the joy of that moment. And this is one of the great things about starting to remove the obstacles, because the obstacles that are in your way, those limiting beliefs, those feelings, that worry, that doubt, the things that pull you down. One of those things could stop your future forever. One of those things. But if instead you start to drink them in and you get excited and you're like, oh, this is fascinating. Look at that. Ooh, why do I say that to myself? Interesting. When you start to dig into that, all of a sudden you start to reveal so much and you look at your life in a sense of curiosity and wonder, everything opens up. So you could take a day pack on the 4 or 5 hour pack or 4 or 5 hour hike. Or you could take that old school metal frame backpack and pack it full of everything you need for a 4 or 5 day camping trip, a tent and tarps and food and water and everything else that you need for 4 or 5 days, and lug that thing around, that 60 pounds of old wounds, broken heart, hurt, limiting beliefs. You may still get to the same clearing. You may still get to the same beautiful vista. But I'll tell you what, lugging around 60 pounds of sadness and hurt and worry and doubt, that is not how I want to live my life. That, in fact, is not how I live my life. When I was about 31, 32 years old, I woke up one morning and I couldn't lift my arms. Literally, like you can see, this is as much as I can lift my arms. If I need to reach something, I have to fling my arm. And for me, I don't care about that, except that I cared that morning because everything was taken from me. The day before, the morning before, I could lift my arms the height of my own shoulders and hold a bar of soap in each hand. And the next morning, when I woke up and I couldn't roll out of bed and sit up and crawl because I lost my shoulders and I couldn't use my hands, I had already lived 25 years longer than I expected I was going to live. And I was faced with my own mortality. my mind said, it's done. I'm going to die. I wasn't ready to go. I wasn't ready to go. I wanted to fight. Like I wanted to live. So I rolled out of bed and I crawled. I didn't crawl. I scooted to the bathroom. And, necessity is the mother of invention. So I get into the bathroom. And I found a way to get my feet under me. And I found a way to sort of, how little kids go up steps on their bottom, right? I found a way to sort of do that up onto the side of the bathtub. So I could push down because I had muscles like my lat muscles to pull into my body so I could push down and lift myself up. I had to fling my arms to get them. But it was almost a 45-minute process. And over the next couple weeks, over the next month or so, I would go to work and I would talk to my friends and I would be in tears and I would be depressed and I was so worried I was going to die because I have a progressive form of muscular dystrophy, which means that I was expecting it to take my life at some point anyway, but not yet. And then one morning when I was trying to get up onto the side of the tub or onto the toilet or whatever I was trying to do in the bathroom, and I heard myself say something, and I was like, no, just keep fighting. Don't quit. You don't quit. Keep going. Keep grabbing for what you need. Try it again. Force yourself. Don't quit. You don't quit. We don't quit. You strive forward. You live. You live. Gosh darn it, I freaking live. I turned 49 this year. And thank you. I turned 49 this year, and I lived because I chose empowering language. I don't know if you know of it, this guy named David Goggins. He is a former Navy SEAL. He's the only person to go through Naval SEAL training, I think 3 times in 1 year, passed it twice. And he has a saying, and his saying is, I win the war every morning. I win the war every morning. For him, that means he does the tough stuff. He does the hard things in the morning. You know what I do? I win the war every morning too. But for me, my morning is the moment that I start to feel that negative thought. This is the juicy deliciousness. Stay with me. My morning is the moment I start to feel that sensation that it's creeping in, that it's telling me that I'm not good enough, that I'm not smart enough, that I'll never make it happen. And I stop. Stop what you're doing, because I'm about to ruin. I love that song. But I also love what I'm saying is I stop everything. This is what I call my release protocol. I stop everything for just a moment, and as I stop it, I literally freeze frame time. And then I step out of my body. And when I freeze frame time because what I'm doing is I'm going, okay, I'm taking that sensation, that physical sensation that I'm feeling, and I'm actually creating a visual. I'm like, okay, what is that visual? What does it look like? So for me, it often feels like this black, sticky, shiny tar slaps to my back and then wraps these tendrils around my chest and starts squeezing my chest so I get this sensation like I can't breathe and it's running from my heart. And I stop. I have to stop time. And when I stop time, what's amazing is that, boom, I can step out of it. And when I step out of time, I turn around and I always step out from my body with my right leg and I step up as if I'm standing. So I leave my wheelchair and I turn around and I look at myself and I smile. I'm not even there. Like I don't even see myself. I just see the black, sticky tar and the tendrils coming around trying to get to my heart. And I look at it and I smile and I just laugh and I say, you ain't no ninja. You ain't no ninja. I sensed you. I felt you. I knew you were there. You can't control me. I get to choose what I want. I get to choose where I'm going to go and what I'm going to do, and this is what I want right now. And then I turn on what I call my empowerment exercise, and I strengthen myself. I empower myself. I feel like I lift myself up. I get strong, confident, secure, know that's what I'm going to do. And the moment that I'm in that strong state, boom, I step back into my body. All that darkness goes away. And the moment all that darkness goes away, I double it up again. I do the empowerment exercise again. I'm good to go. I'm good to go. Now, why do I say I'm winning the war every morning? Because I could wait until, maybe I'm going to wait, like maybe I'm not really feeling it, and it just gets a little worse. Or then I could wait till the evening where it's really bad, or I could wait till the midnight when I'm depressed. Do not wait. Take it from me, because I don't have very much physical strength, so I got to win the war in the morning. I might have heart, but so do you. So do you. And so I leave you with this. 2 things. 1, win the war in the morning. The moment you start to sense that, or feel that, the moment you start to feel like you're not good enough, it's not going to work, stop time, step out of your body, look at it, talk back to whatever that feeling is, empower yourself, step back into your body, re-empower yourself. Boom, go, take action. Second thing I want to leave you with is this. This is the most important thing. Life is not about having the courage or the endurance to put up with and continue on with the difficult things. It's about releasing and letting go of the things that make life difficult. Your limiting beliefs. Real grace, real peace, real love, real freedom is in the release.